Hey everybody, this is Charles Harper. I'm excited to be here, and I am with Omar Martin. And most of you are probably familiar with Omar. My first interaction with him was at an event where he taught something that, those of you who've been following me for a little while, I have talked about, one particular presentation that he did that really made, an impact on me, as well as some products that he has done, Funnel Boss being one of them. And I really want to talk to him today about affiliate marketing. From afar, I've noticed some things that he has done. I'm sure you have also. And I want to kind of pick his brain about how we can move in, get started, and really just kind of level up, in whatever we're doing with affiliate marketing. So Omar, welcome.
Hey, Charles, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for introducing me to your followers. And I look forward to, help share whatever information I can here with you guys.
Well, man, you really have, I think, developed a very unique style, and clearly, that style has worked. Whenever I see you, you're participating, you're on leaderboards, and many times, you're actually leading the leaderboard. So I think we can learn from you. I'm certainly going to be kind of taking notes to kind of figure out what I can do. But I know a number of people, affiliate marketing is such a big subject. And when you start talking about getting started, I mean, can you kind of go back to maybe what you see now? And if it's not too difficult, what do you think is point one? If you're looking at saying, okay, you know what, I'd like to start doing affiliate marketing, or I'd like to start doing better. What do you think is the very first thing that a person needs to think about and start doing?
This is a great question, and you're 100% right, Charles. Like, it's such a broad spectrum, and people can come in on so many different angles and so many different levels and get introduced to affiliate marketing. I have students that, have just come on board, and they've just, literally just learned what affiliate marketing is, like, within the recent days. And then I have people that have been like, they're like permanent newbies. They've been doing affiliate marketing for years, but they're not getting any results, and they're still doing the same kind of old, outdated things that aren't working, and they keep going. But every once in a while, there's that diamond in the rough that you see come on, and you start seeing them on the leaderboards, and then before you know it, it's like, man, this person's taken off. What did they do different, right? What happened? How did this guy succeed, or girl succeed? Meanwhile, you got other people that are struggling. And I think a lot of it has to do with, there's so many distractions out there right now. Everybody's got a product that says, hey, you can be rich tomorrow with affiliate marketing. Look at these results. Look at that results. And I think the number one thing that detracts people that are trying to become affiliate marketers from really becoming successful affiliate marketers is that they start taking 100 different courses in different directions on how to do it. And what ends up happening is they don't master any one of them. And it's kind of like, I've made this reference to people in the past. It's like, imagine if you're trying to cook some sort of a dish. My wife loves cooking new stuff, and she has lots of recipes, and we watch Gordon Ramsay and all those crazy chefs on TV, and they make it look so easy and so good, right? And it's not as easy when you're in the kitchen. So the best way that I can kind of explain this is that if you were to take a recipe from Gordon Ramsay and a recipe from Chef Irvine and a recipe, and take 3 lines from this guy, 2 lines from that guy, and 3 lines from the other guy, what's going to happen, do you think, with that dish? I mean, is it going to, it might be edible, but is it going to really be good? And I think that this is the problem that a lot of marketers face when they come in. And unfortunately, it's something that we have to contend with in the affiliate marketing, in the internet marketing space. We have each chosen to do business in the most distracting industry in the history of mankind. It's the internet. It's a different internet now than when we started this interview.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's changed. So I think one of the things that makes the difference in who becomes a successful affiliate marketer from the start is the one that sticks to his guns and is most adaptable to change, because it's constantly changing. Things are constantly changing. So constantly changing doesn't mean changing your direction or changing your model. It means adapting to the changing environment, the new tools, the new strategies, the new things that are coming out. And I think that those that can make that distinction are the ones that go far, and those that have a hard time with that and struggle with it and shake their fist at it are the ones that get hung up and end up being perpetual newbies. I've got subscribers of mine that have literally been subscribers for years and years, and they're still having the same challenges that I remember them asking me about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And my answers really generally haven't changed. The number one thing I would say is build an audience. That's the first thing you got to focus on when you come in, regardless of what direction you came in, regardless of what type of affiliate marketing you're doing, regardless of whether you've been doing this for 5 days and you just learned what affiliate marketing is, or if you've been trying to do this for 5 years.
Yep.
You have to build an audience. And there's a big difference between building a list, because right now, a majority of the people that are watching this, they're saying, oh, Charles, you got this guy on. I've heard a million times I've got to build a list. How many times are you going to tell me build a list, build a list? And I didn't say build a list. I said build an audience. You can turn an audience into a list. You can put your buyers from that audience into a list. What you really have to do is develop an audience of people, because it is a lot easier to bring a product to the traffic than it is to bring traffic to the product. And when you get that down, you never have to worry about traffic again.
So when you start talking about an audience and you are just getting started, you're at zero. So whether it's a list or audience, if you're at zero and you get what Omar and I get what you're saying, if I got what you're saying, what would I do if I was starting from zero in terms of building an audience?
That's a great question. And you know what? This is a great time to ask it, because it's never been easier than it is today. You know, I see people that are just coming onto the scene today complain, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you. You guys have social media now. Are you kidding me? I mean, when I started, Facebook existed, but it wasn't what we see today. There was no search bar. You know what? When I started as an internet marketer, and I don't want to sound like my dad here, like I had to go uphill. But at the end of the day, really, it is like guys like us have been around a while. We've seen a lot of changes, man. And, you know, I see internet marketers now where they complain about, I can't build an audience, I can't build a list. Well, it's because you're trying to do it the wrong way. You got to build an audience. And they say, well, how do I do that? Where am I going to do that? Dude, you have social media. I used to have to get on an airplane and fly to an event with a stack of business cards and try to run into people in the lobby and just have an elevator pitch and just repeat it to people. And that's how Melinda and I actually built our first list of affiliate. I would literally bring home a stack of business cards and she would type them into a spreadsheet for me. And nowadays, you want to meet anybody, a super affiliate or a vendor or something, just go and search them. There's like 200 social networks. If you can't get them on Facebook, you get them on Instagram. You could probably find them on TikTok. So meeting people and connecting with people nowadays is the easy part, right? And that is finding that audience. And the cool thing about it is that these social media platforms, and look, I call them digital stadiums, right? They're a place where you could collect people and basically house them and congregate them. And the cool thing about it is that most of these social networks, they allow you the ability to put them together. They've got all the people. So they've got, 3.5 billion people, and you can now create a little stadium, a little group of these people within your account on that site. And now the cool thing about it is that since you're the owner, since you're the creator of that little group, you are revered. When you step to the podium to speak, people listen. And when you think like, wow, okay, so the people are already there. They've all been gathered somewhere. And now I've just got to find a way within that place to line them all up in my own little room. And now I can talk to them and they'll listen. Right. So when you do that, now you can bring things to them instead of trying to bring them to things. Now I've got them there in this place, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel if you've put them together the right way. So if let's say, and again, there's so many different social networks, obviously Facebook being the mother of them all, but there's YouTube. YouTube is a social network. You can create a channel in there and gather subscribers. That's your digital stadium in there. It's free to do. And every time you put out a video, they get notified and you can communicate with that audience. And the goal now is to turn that audience into subscribers. That's where you build your list from. So I think what happens is a lot of people put the cart before the horse. They say, I want to become an affiliate marketer. And they start with, let me find a product to promote. Then let me try to build a list. Then they skipped over the most important part, which is, build an audience, because in the audience building phase is where you develop trust. It's where they get to know who you are. It's where they see the value that you're putting out daily for free with no strings attached. And that's where you establish the relationship that's going to turn them into a buyer, and that's going to put them onto your list. And once you have that list, you can now continue marketing to it on autopilot, not excluding the fact that you have to always be building that audience, because people fall off, just like with the list. You know, if we've had 200,000 or 300,000 people subscribe through our list throughout the years, we've probably had 200,000 of them unsubscribe throughout the years. And it just happens. It's this thing that's constantly revolving. So once you understand the concept that I need to build an audience, and I can build a whole bunch of audiences, and there's all kinds of digital stadiums around all kinds of topics. You know, we are hunter-gatherers by nature, which means that since the beginning of time, we would group together based on needs and interests, right? So the same holds true today. People on social media, they group together based on needs and interests. And what ends up happening is you could be that marketer that infiltrates that group, finds out what they need and what they're interested in, and say, hey guys, guess what? So this is really, I think, the step that most affiliate marketers miss, that they need to take first before anything else happens if they truly want to be successful and stand the test of time. Now, look, that doesn't mean that you can't make a couple bucks here and there doing it another way. I'm not pretending to be, you know, the end all.
But you've done this, right? This is what you do. So, I mean, you know, you're kind of speaking from authority. One thing that a question, I mean, that I hear a lot when we start talking about giving value to an audience. I can tell you a question I hear specifically. Charles, I don't really feel like I have value to give. So when you are starting, how do you start to develop this sense or develop something that you can give to people that really is valuable so they will stay around and be an audience?
This is an excellent question, Charles, because it's probably something that it plagues a lot of people, and it really is a problem in their mindset, because we all have value. We all have value. As a matter of fact, some of the things that are so trivial to us that really we just do them in our daily, subconsciously even. Someone out there is Googling that right now to learn how to do it. As easy as, for example, I mean, somebody right now is Googling how to check their emails, how to organize their Gmail inbox, how to set an automated reply. You know, there are so many things in your daily life. Maybe you're saying, well, you know what, guys? Okay, that makes sense. But when it comes to the online stuff, like I'm a total newbie. I don't know how to do it. Okay, really? Have you ever cut your hair? Have you ever built a doghouse? Have you ever done what other things? What other areas in your life have you done stuff? You know, and you can't tell me that you've gotten to an adult age and you haven't done anything in your life. You wouldn't be watching this video. As a matter of fact, or listening to us or reading this, you know, as a matter of fact, just the fact that you're here and within reach here means that you've gone through a series of steps that other people still don't know how to do. And you can literally teach them that. So there's always value there if you dig deep enough. What the assumption that most people have, which is really a plague, it's a deadly thing to assume. It is just a dream crusher. It's the assumption that everybody out there on the internet knows more than me or is better than me. There's absolutely nobody. Like, I am at the bottom of the run, and that isn't the case. You know, there are millions and millions of people that need the information that's already in your head. And frankly, here's another way to look at it. You're doing them a huge disservice by not figuring out a way to provide that value.
Now, you've got something going on July 4th weekend, and I do want to kind of talk about that, because as I understand it, that particular set of things is really going to be helpful to people who are trying to do affiliate marketing, or even people who are already successful in affiliate marketing. Can you tell us about what you're doing July 4th weekend?
Absolutely. So Melinda and I have focused pretty much the majority of our career on creating tools and training that can help people who are trying to make money online to do it faster and easier and more reliably, because we see a lot of people come and go. We see a lot of products come and go. But what we do is we create systems and then we automate them using different plugins and software that we have. So we have actually a team that creates tools and that develops software for us. And one of the things that we've realized is super challenging for people is basically attracting those leads and getting them to subscribe onto the list, because it requires an exchange of information, exchange of value. You've got to give them some sort of an ethical bribe in order to get them on board and then automate that recruitment, that trust building process. So we have a software that does this, and that it shortcuts people from having to create those products by being able to use over 200 products that we've created ourselves here. And that is one of the products that we're offering in our Freedom Cell bundle. In addition, there's another software which helps them build bonus offers to get people to buy products there. Because one thing is getting them on the list.
Yep.
Another, you got to incentivize them to get on a list. Then you got to incentivize them to buy stuff once they're on the list. Yep. You know, nowadays we're just in this society where people just want stuff for free. They're going to look up what's the best bonus for this product that I'm promoting. We read testimonials now. We don't just go and click a button to buy. We do a little bit of research before we spend our money. It's just the nature of the beast. And I think that this package really, really gives you the competitive edge with each one of those pieces. And finally, the third product in this bundle is basically a way to scale that up, to take these things that you're going to be able to do with the software to the next level, to create consistent affiliate cash flow by increasing conversion. So it's a really cool product bundle. And Melinda and I are doing a sale to just drop the price and make it super, super affordable.
And it's really, I mean, when you say super affordable, it's something like what, 80 or 90% off?
93% off. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, what I'm going to do, Omar, for the people who are listening to this is obviously I'm going to give them, you know, my own affiliate link. And what I want to ask you as soon as we kind of leave this portion is to talk about, number one, how do we engage those people on the list? And then number two, you know, you talked about the fact that, you know, you may have had 200,000 people and those 200,000 people turn over, and you had to really attract another 200,000 people. And I want to talk about that because I think those things are important. And the people that pick this up from this link, I'm going to give them the second part of our conversation. So why don't we stop now? I'm going to give the link plrshow.com/Omar M. And then you and I, we're gonna finish our conversation, and the people that, you know, obviously go forward, I'm gonna give them the rest of that conversation. So if you'll hang out with me, then let's answer those two questions. Okay, everybody. So once again, right down here, whether it's in the video or on the site, plrshow.com/Omar M. I think this is only going to be for July 4th weekend, and you want to go ahead and get these if you're looking to get started in affiliate marketing and get good at it. Go here. So thanks very much, everybody, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the second part of our interview.